big humps with a serrated crest on each and very large mitered scales.
Canada's west coast is renowned for its beauty, but it's also gained a notoriety to rival Loch Ness as home to a reptile the size of a bus that reportedly frequents the shallow coastal waters in the summer months.
We got the binoculars and took a look at this first big one and could see a head at the front, which looked like a giant sort of snake head.
Well, out of the water came what appeared to be two large tractor tires. There was a vertical crest, quite vivid, and it had some very large scales, at least about as big as my hand.
Rock carvings by Native Americans are the earliest indications that a mysterious serpentine creature inhabited the local waters centuries ago. The long body and horse-like head bear no resemblance to any of the well-known marine animals seen in the area today. It does, however, bear a remarkable resemblance to the kind of creature spotted here on more than 200 occasions in the last century. A mysterious sea animal with needle-like teeth, a long scaly body and muscles that ripple when it swims.
Whilst I was observing the mounds, this head and a neck rose out of the water.
Two humps sticking out of the water, approximately, I would say, maybe 8 inches to a foot around. It was moving through the water very, very quickly, probably 20 miles an hour to start with, and then accelerated to approximately 40 miles an hour.
Could it be that all this anecdotal evidence points to the fact that the waters around Cadborough Bay are hiding something that can't easily be explained?
It's said there are stranger things in heaven and earth than we can think of.
Something is stirring in the Cornish waters off England's southwest coast. This is a mystic and magical place, a land of legend and folklore. Since the late 19th century, a strange, long-necked beast has been repeatedly sighted on this stormy stretch of the Atlantic.
It was quite frightening.
A long neck with a very prominent head, and then 3 large black humps.
It was graceful, seductive, and dignified.
In the mid-1970s, Morgar reared its long neck once again, this time in full view of several different witnesses.
I got my binoculars and I was having a look at it, sank again, and up came a thing like a big arm shaking something at the end of it. Went.
Small head, a long neck. The tail was about as long as the trunk. Now the trunk, I would think, was something like 20 feet long, and it was grey and mottled, and it had its head held high.
At the center of this Morgar legend revival was self-styled wizard of the Western world, Tony Doc Shields, who claims he conjured up the beast with magical incantations.
It was interesting at the same time, deeply disturbing. A long-necked, hump-backed beast, whatever it is, Morgar, the great Cornish sea serpent.
South Africa's eerie Howick Falls. A creature known as Inkanyamba. Bob Teeny and his friend Richard got more than they bargained for when they visited Howick Falls. Bob Teeny managed to take a photograph of the monster. The image shows the long neck of an animal not unlike a prehistoric plesiosaur.
We actually have the monster out of the water. We're not afraid to show it.
He offers the negative as proof of the photograph's authenticity, and Bob Teeny remains convinced that a giant prehistoric reptile lives in the deep caverns behind the cascading waters. He's not the only one.
I saw this movement in the water and big red eyes coming up the river.
Was it the monster the local people call Inkanyamba? A creature so feared that few will even venture to the bottom of the falls for risk of encountering it.
Inkanyamba. It's a big, terrible snake.
Anyone who visits the pool risks being dragged down to the depths by the Inkanyamba.
About
Tuboy claims that he saw a long-necked monster rising from the water. The creature had a head like a tortoise, a neck that stretched 5 meters long, and skin like a crocodile. The Incanyamba has also been blamed for the death of several children near the waterfall.
Lots of people, young children, died there.
While the monster of Howick Falls is deeply ingrained in local folklore, those who claim to have seen the Incanyamba say it's more than a myth. It's a very real and terrifying creature.
It's said there are stranger things in heaven and earth than we can think of.
Could America's East Coast be home to an ancient legend, a mysterious monster of the deep? For more than 350 years, locals who live along this stretch of the Atlantic Ocean have been seeing something strange in the sea. They believe they share their beautiful water playground with the great New England sea serpent. History shows it is one of the world's best documented sea serpents, up to 80 feet long, with a strange series of humps.
His eyes was right piercing, that's what got to me. He looked right through me.
Type of a monster with a head like a horse, or a body like a snake.
What I've found is that there are 235 valid sightings of an unknown creature.
His face looked something like between a horse and a camel. His face was about this long, I'd say.
The creature came up out of the water about 5 feet, a long neck and a big head.
It's a mystery to me, and it's a mystery to a lot of people in town that something like this was seen in our area.
It's between 60 and 80 feet long. It's dark brown or black on its back, cream colored on its belly. It has a snake-like but horse-sized head, which it swims with it out of the water, held at an angle to the water. And it swims with a peculiar vertical undulation, which makes no sense whatsoever.
The ocean is a big, unexplored playground for many strange creatures. The New England sea serpent may well be one of them. Could this be proof that Sweden's Lake Storsjön is home to a mysterious monster? Since the days of the Vikings, legend has it that this breathtakingly beautiful abyss is home to a creature unlike any other. Ancient stones carry the monster's image, the long, curving serpent, which it is said since 1635 has sown itself more than 150 times.
It was so big, I was so frightened.
Gu Britt Wiedmark believes this could be the mysterious lake-dwelling monster. Whatever it was had humps and was up to 39 feet long. Experts have examined the footage, but it seems none has been able to pinpoint with accuracy what it might be. Experienced diver Carl Arne Carlson claims he was using a flashlight to examine an underwater pipe in the lake when he locked eyes with the creature. Jämtland County Museum curator Ulla Oskarsson has spent 25 years researching the legend and talking to eyewitnesses.
Some people have seen the head, and they describe it as quite small, many of them, a dog-like head.
In 1894, hunters built this monster trap in a bid to capture the lake creature. They failed. So too have thousands of others. But local authorities take the lake monster seriously. In 1986, the local county administration officially protected the unknown animals, proclaiming a special law. For now, the unidentified creature is safe, protected by law, and the mystery remains.
Beneath these shining waters, it's said there lurks a creature unlike any other. It haunts the depths of the world's biggest saltwater lake. The people here in this remote Turkish village believe there's a monster in Lake Van. This man says he saw what he thought was the monster's back. When the creature dived underwater, it revealed a large tail. According to this eyewitness, the monster is about 15 meters long, with humps along its back. Could this be proof of the existence of the elusive monster of Lake Van? Certainly the man who shot this footage thinks so. Unal Kozak says he set up his camera at a well-known location where the monster has been seen before, as the creature appeared not just once, but 3 times. Nesimi Didi says he was walking along the lake's edge, taking shots with his video camera, when he noticed something moving out in the water. Astonished by what he was witnessing, Nesimi recorded these images of the monster, apparently swimming near the surface of the lake. He says it only disappeared from view when a plane flew overhead. What makes the existence of such a creature even more extraordinary is how it manages to live here at all. You see, Lake Van is so salty, there are very few fish that can survive. As long as the rumors persist that something is lurking in these remote waters, the people of Van will be watching, hoping for another sign that out there in the black depths swims the monster of the lake.
It's said there are stranger things in heaven and earth than we can think of. You've just seen some of them on Animal X.